Hi everyone, it's Shauna the Tax Goddess and Chief Tax Strategist for TaxGoddess.com, DropMyTaxes.com, and StrategicTaxCoach.com. And I am super happy to be here with you today on our channel, Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands each year. We are dedicated to bringing you guys knowledge that is educational, entertainment, and/or inspiration, and bringing you the best tax strategies to drop your tax burden as far as all legally and above board possible. So today we brought you our guest, Jonathan Morrison, who is an expert in trust and legal estate planning. So Jonathan, let's jump right in. What topic are we covering today?
Yeah, so one of the things that I see often is attorneys that are writing wills for their clients to just leave all the inheritance outright to the children of the client. Because clients say, hey, I trust my kids, I like these kids, they're in their 30s, they're responsible. But there can actually be some detriments to doing that way because you're giving up a lot of the creditor and divorce protection by doing that. And so we'll talk about a very easy fix to be able to protect your kids' inheritance.
And we like protection, and I think maybe we like kids, but I don't know. We'll figure that out. So, all right. So listeners, if this is your first time here with us today at Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, please subscribe and click the little bell icon so that you get notified of all of our new videos. Jonathan has 3 videos and then our big fireside chat at the end of the month. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So remember, of course, you can also download our free little ebook, 10 Ways to Save 10K right now. So the link should be down below. So let's jump right in. Jonathan, okay, maybe I like my kids and I want to leave it to them, and I suppose maybe I want to give them some protection. So tell us all about that.
Sure. So a lot of the times you think that if you're going to write a will and leave inheritance to children, if they're really young, it makes sense to create a trust for them until they become a certain age and responsible, hopefully. And so, you know, most of the time you'll set up a trust, and most attorneys do to, say, age 25, 30. And then at that point, you know, leave it all outright. The kid has no more trust. They get their inheritance. This can also come up with clients that are older that maybe have kids that are in their 30s, and they're all super responsible. And so they walk into my office and they say, hey, I love my kids. They're all financially responsible. They work on Wall Street, or they're in San Francisco doing something neat, and I want to be able to give their inheritance to them outright. So let's just keep it simple. I don't want to pay a lot of fees. I just want simple. At my death, or after the second of my wife and my wife's deaths, all of our inheritance goes equally to our kids. And I say, okay, that's cool. I get it. That's great. You have great kids. But let me tell you something. Anytime there's significant inheritance, which might be just, you know, I'd say probably $150,000, $200,000 per child, even if you trust your kid, and even if they're 40 and they work on Wall Street and they know everything about finance and they're responsible, we never distribute inheritance outright to children.
Never.
Never. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because instead, we have each child inheritance poured into a separate trust for each child's lifetime. So if you have 3 kids at your death, 3 sub-trusts get created, 1 per kid, to receive 1/3 of your estate. And the kid who's responsible can even be in charge of their trust as what we call a trustee, and they can be in charge of investing their inheritance, of taking distributions and buying things, or even buying a house inside of their trust that they can live in. And they can have the power during their life or at death to say who they want to receive their trust and their inheritance. And so the client looks at me funny and says, well, that's silly. Why would we do a trust where the kid has full control over their trust?
Seems complicated for nothing. Yeah.
And I say, well, there's only one little complication. There's an additional tax return every year that the child has to file for their trust. But let me tell you the benefits of this trust that your child fully controls. Under Arizona law, where I live, and the laws of many states, the trust, even if the child is in charge of their trust as the sole trustee, the fact that you've given the child their inheritance, wrapping their inheritance inside of a trust that they control, the fact that you've done that, you've insulated and protected the inheritance for the child's entire lifetime from all the bad things in life, lawsuits, divorce, bankruptcy.
Ooh.
The child is not treating as owning their inheritance because it's in this trust, even if they control their trust and have the ability to make distributions or buy things for themselves. So virtual full control and ownership over the trust with all these nice protections. The only cost is they have to file an additional tax return every year. And so I've actually called up my grandma, who's told me they're leaving me a little something, and I said, I know you have an old estate planning attorney, and the old guys and gals, they usually just distribute everything outright. So can you call your estate planning attorney and make sure that my inheritance is being put into a lifetime trust that I control? Because listen, Shauna, if a child like me receives their inheritance, I can't do this for myself. You can't create this trust for yourself and enjoy
after.
It has to be done by parents for you.
Okay.
So so we always do it that way when there's any significant inheritance.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so not only do you still get full control, you also get all these awesome protections. That's brilliant. Love it. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Jonathan. As usual, you are brilliant, and we love having your information here. And of course, here at Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, this will save you thousands only from the mere fact that you're not going to get caught in bankruptcy or divorce or any of this other stuff, right? So there's lots of ways to save money. So we always want to bring you value in the form of education, entertainment, and or inspiration, and I believe we've done that here today. So, of course, if you have any questions, Jonathan, what is the best way to find you if people have questions on this?
Sure. So I'm a senior partner at Frazier, Ryan, Goldberg, and Arnold in Phoenix and Scottsdale. We have 2 offices. My number is 602-277-2010, or you can email me at jmorrison, JMORRISON, at frgalaw.com. Frazier, Ryan, Goldberg, and Arnold Law, LAW.com.
Perfect. And so, listeners, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the little bell icon, especially because we have a special event coming up with the very handsome Jonathan at the end of the month. So you definitely want to be on that subscription list. Give us a thumbs up. Share this with somebody that you know that has kids or that you think you might even be getting an inheritance. Share it with your parents and your grandparents. We want this knowledge out and about in the public. So help us to help you be fabulous, all right? Share the love. And of course, if you guys want any more tips and tricks, you can also join our Facebook group, Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands. We might be able to convince Jonathan Morrison to check in on that group and see if he can answer questions for you, but I'm not going to promise. So click subscribe, click the little bell icon, join us on the Facebook group, and as usual, signing off with a lot of tax love, your tax goddess and chief tax strategist, Shauna. Thanks, guys. Bye.